we didn't get the best news. So his doctor's telling us basically plan for surgery. Try to find a way to get insurance because it doesn't look too good with his symptoms. So he's gonna have a surgical procedure, like an exploratory type surgery to find out how bad things actually are. Sometimes life's biggest storms give you the most beautiful rainbows. We are chasing rainbows. Meaning you're comfy. Oh, jeez. Welcome back to Chasing Rainbows. Sorry it's been a while. I thought I would jump on here and say hello. I've missed talking to you guys and just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on lately and where we've been. This has been such a crazy, well, almost year and a half it feels like. I'm not sure. For me, the craziness all started in 2019. I don't know about you. I know most people have gone through mass craziness in 2020. And some of that's still following us into 2021, unfortunately. But I kind of just wanted to catch you up on what's going on. If you're new here and you haven't met me before, there's a lot of things that I talk about on this channel. One of them is infertility, miscarriage, and just all the storms of life. This channel is all about building a community where you can share life together and do life together. So if you're new here, subscribe, definitely right now. But I wanted to just talk to you and catch you up. The last video, if you saw that one, was a live pregnancy test with Jason and I, and of course, if you watched that one through, you'll know it was negative. And I know there's probably some questions like, why did we post that? Well, we kind of wanted to show whether it was good or bad, because we just wanted to share what the struggle is actually like with getting your hopes up, or the fear that comes with if it is positive, and just the roller coaster of infertility. It's just awful. If you understand, comment down in below and share maybe a little tidbit of your story. But it's a rough ride. Also, if you aren't familiar with any portion of my story, you can go back and watch some of these past videos. I'll link videos up above, but I have a daughter who's about to turn 13, so we have secondary infertility. There's a whole mess involved. I have endometriosis. I've also had like a blood clotting disorder, but there's a lot of complications involved with us being able to get pregnant and being able to stay pregnant. We've had 3 miscarriages, 2 that were back to back, and then 1 that happened in 2019 with our daughter Paisley Grace, which she was, my memory is so foggy right now. I feel bad. I should know like all the weeks of everything, all the details about that kind of stays with you. That's the other piece you may not know. I have had a concussion that I've been struggling with, so sometimes my memory and my speech, among other things, are, I mean, I can't even talk right now. This is a mess. Sorry, bear with me. I have so much difficulty processing my thoughts and putting them into words lately, it seems. So half of the reason why I haven't picked up the camera. But, so there's that. That actually happened. I hit my head really hard. Gosh, not long after we lost Paisley, which it was just felt like a snowball of bad. One thing right after another thing after another thing. And I don't feel like it stopped. In fact, it's continuing to just ramp up in speed, and even though that is the case, it's so weird because right now, even just saying that, I feel like I have so much peace, and that can only come from God, the peace that passes all understanding. It's kind of like that calm in the middle of the storm. So yeah, anyway, so I have been off work ever since then. I haven't been able to go back. I've had so much struggle, like I said, the cognitive issues, but also dizziness, balance, nausea, the ear pain, so bad. Have you had a concussion before? I can never find anyone who's had like a concussion that lasts as long as I have had, which I know it's probably not actually the concussion, or they call it post-concussion syndrome at this point. But yeah, I really thought it would have gone away by now. I feel like though half of it, like if this hadn't happened when I was at work and I didn't have workman's comp involved and I didn't have all that added stress with dealing with them, I feel like this may have gotten better by now. Whew, but they have put me through the ringer, it feels like. We had to go through court and stuff. It was a mess. Anyways, over the process, my work was paying me and it was going through them, and so we had our health insurance through me, and we ended up losing my full check and my health insurance, our family's health insurance, which is kind of leading to my next point, so bear with me. We ended up losing all of that, and we thought, okay, well, we'll get private insurance, or we'll get insurance through my husband's work. No, that didn't happen. To get it through my husband's work, it would have taken more than half of his paycheck every 2 weeks, which, like, well, we can't afford that. Couldn't find any private insurance. We don't make low enough income to qualify for, like, Medicaid or Medicare or whatever you call it. Everyone keeps suggesting that to us, so before you tell me that in the comments, yeah, we don't qualify. But so we thought, okay, well, we'll just go this year without insurance, and hopefully I'll be back to work and then we'll be fine. We'll pick it back up or whatever. Thought that was a good plan. Not that we had options. It was not really an option or even a choice or a desire, especially with my husband, Jason. He has an ongoing illness, which I think he's shared it on here before, but just in case he hasn't, I didn't ask his permission, so I'm not going to share that right now. But he has an ongoing illness, and his medications are through the roof expensive. Thank God we were like able to qualify for assistance for one of them, because the one he takes is over $10,000 every month. I think every month. And that's just one of them. He's on multiple. And so that was a relief that we got that covered, but he ended up having a really bad, what we thought was a flare-up. This is after we all got coronavirus, mind you. So we all, you know that. If you didn't know that, you can go back and watch these other videos. I'll link them up above, but that was really bad. I had it the worst, but it just lasted so long, so we were all quarantined more than a month or so. But I think the stress of everything, going through court and stuff with me, and he's been taking care of like everything for me because I can't pay bills, do anything. I can't even help my daughter with basic math. It's sad. Or even color. Sorry, side thought. Totally distracted. I have ADD. In fact, I was told I have the attention span of a 3-year-old, so I apologize. This video may be awful. I'm sorry. But, I know I'm losing my thoughts. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So, we lost the health insurance and all that, and stress level kind of picked up with going through court and all that. And we did win our case. We went through that. I had cognitive testing done, bombed that real bad. I felt bad for the doctor that tested me. I think he was severely annoyed. He was the one that told me that a 3-year-old did better on a test than me, that I just can't focus at all, which is true. It's real bad. But once we got through all of that, I think Jason just hit a brick wall between working full-time. He was working so many hours at work, no breaks. I swear this is not legal, but I don't really know the laws or anything, but his boss told him he wasn't allowed to take any breaks, working 10 to 12 hours on his feet all day. And that's when he started to get real sick. And so he ended up not going in, and his doctor tried putting him on new medications and they weren't working. And now after several tries of medications, it is now, oh gosh, I'm trying to think how long it's been. I think he's been off work for like 2.5 months now. It was back in November. It's now January. Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. It's now January 28th-ish. I can't see it from here. I'm like, my vision is bad too. That's another thing. Anyways, it's around the 28th, and I think he stopped going to work around November 9th. So it's been a while. And we haven't been able to afford him going to his doctor or anything in person because we'd have to pay for everything out of pocket going to a specialist. Totally not cheap. But thankfully, God did provide the money for us to be able to send him to go to his doctor. He had been working with him over the phone and through emails and stuff, but his short-term disability company was giving him problems and not wanting to pay because he hadn't gone in person. Totally backwards. Can't go to in person because you can't afford to pay for it, and they aren't paying because you didn't go. Anyways, he ended up going, so I think now they're gonna start paying him, but we didn't get the best news. So his doctor's telling us basically plan for surgery. Try to find a way to get insurance because it doesn't look too good with his symptoms. So he's gonna have a surgical procedure, like an exploratory type surgery to find out how bad things actually are. I would love to have Jason come on and share more of his story in person if he feels comfortable with it at some point, because he's gone through some really close calls, near-death experiences with this, and it really impacted him as an individual and us as newlyweds, since this happened like right before we got married. Now we've been married for like 15 years now. Sorry, Jason, if I got that wrong. But yeah, we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, knowing what to do. Really not quite sure what we're gonna do. I guess I kind of want to say just a couple of things. One, I want to ask a question for you guys. I'm open to ideas, suggestions. What would you do if you were in my situation? May help to know that I live in Ohio. Because I know laws are different everywhere, but what would you actually do if you were facing like major surgery and you, one, don't have insurance, and two, do not have the money to pay for it out of pocket? What would you do? Especially when you can't apply for anything like Medicaid or Medicare. I think he is going to try to apply for disability because Jason, he has problems with his eyes and he has this other illness going on. He might qualify, but I know it could take like up to a year to qualify for something like that. And I don't know that he has that much time. So, thoughts, prayers, suggestions, I'm open to that. I think I'm going to stop there because I feel like I'm just rambling. But I do have more videos that I will have planned to come out in the future. I'm not putting a timeline on anything, especially since I don't know what's going to go on with Jason. His first round of like major testing is tentatively scheduled for February 3rd. So prayers would be appreciated for that. If you think of us, pray for us. We could really use the prayers. And I will pray for you as well if I see you leave something down in the comments that you need prayer. And let's just walk through this together. I don't know what to say other than that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, if you're new, make sure to subscribe, and I will keep giving updates as they come with whatever I can share or whenever I can share it. But I'll definitely let you know for sure if we find out he needs to have like major surgery done and what they're actually going to do, and maybe we'll share a little piece of his story, our story, about all the health issues and stuff we've faced. So I think Mimi's done with this video. She's starting to bark. She wants out of here. So I think I'm gonna leave you there and say bye-bye for now, and I look forward to chasing more rainbows with you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching today's video. Before you leave, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. This tells YouTube to share this with others who need it just like you. Also, be sure to follow us over on Instagram and check out the link for my family's channel in the description. Also in the description, you will find a link to our store, Chasing Rainbows, which has products for miscarriage, infertility, and beyond. If you're interested in having a custom-made product, like one with your angel baby's name on it, then send us a DM over at chasingrainbows_store, and we will send you a custom link with a full line of products just for you, no obligation to buy. Otherwise, check out our ready-made lines right now. And be sure to visit umbrellaofsupport.com for all resources pertaining to miscarriage, stillbirth, child loss, infertility, special needs children, adoption, and foster care. Remember that life is done better in community. Check back for more videos, and I look forward to chasing more rainbows with you.